Just yesterday, my group had been redeployed to Stalingrad from the central sector of the front, and now I was playing catch-up with it after my leave. The Junkers transport plane was supposed to take us to Tuzov, then I and a freshly minted lieutenant would pick up our new Messerschmitts and take them to Potomac. Potomac Airfield was just west of Stalingrad, a city whose name had only recently began to land on the front pages of German newspapers. These papers were initially optimistic, enthusiastic in their tone, but before long, these articles took a more moderate cadence. The pages were filled with descriptions of heavy fighting, along with the futile yet fierce resistance of the Russians. In my opinion, this did not bode well. Despite a series of defeats, the Red Army was still capable of unpleasant surprises, demonstrating this with a sudden counteroffensive near Moscow that brought Army Group Center to the brink of disaster. The inglorious end of 1941 was seared in our memories, and the impending winter gave rise to well-found fears. Despite all of the chaos and confusion at the airfield, it did not take me long to find my group commander. He filled me in on the current situation. Based at the airfield, in addition to our group, there was also JG-3 and JG-53. After several weeks of continuous fighting, we were starting to have equipment issues. In addition to the supply issue, fighters were needed literally everywhere, all at once and as many as possible. As it turned out, in addition to Stalingrad itself, very heavy battles were underway on both the northern and southern flanks. The Russians were constantly attacking the positions of the 14th Panzer Corps, extending to the Volga, trying to link up with the city's defenders. My warm-up was in fact going to be a flight in this area this afternoon. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome to the BF-109G2 as we begin the Fortress on the Volga campaign for IL-2 Great Battles. As you would expect, we are fighting near Stalingrad. We just took off from Potomac Airfield right there, which is behind us, and we are all forming up. We are doing a short and sweet little patrol over the front lines. Our heading should be 015. We are heading towards that town, which is on fire currently. There's a little airfield to the left of it. Once we hit that town, we are turning on a heading of 280 to reach this town, and then pretty much heading back to Potomac to land. It's a very short patrol, like I said, but our proximity to Stalingrad and the front lines is bound to make this relatively interesting. Our altitude is going to be 2,300 meters. And we are passing 1 kilometer now. If you look off to our right there, you can see Stalingrad. The city is on fire and pretty much blasted to rubble at this point. Quite a bit of smoke here as there is fighting up to the north of the city. And we need to keep our eyes peeled for aircraft. I figured I would do this scripted campaign just to shake things up and show off the BF-109 on the channel, which I really haven't flown all that much recently. I am flying without the TechnoChat icons on the right hand side of the screen as well, so we will have to watch our gauges a little more carefully. Nominal power in the BF-109 is 1.15 ATA, which is right there, and 2300 RPM, which we are at. Combat power is 1.3 ATA and 2600 RPM. And we have 30 minutes of combat power in this particular 109 variant. And look at that. Alright, we should be hitting this town soon. Once we hit it, we will turn on a heading. It looks like there's fighting down below off the nose. But anyway, once we hit that town, we will turn on heading of 280, and then there's a large town near the river. I don't know if I actually see it right now, unfortunately. But that will pretty much be what we're heading for. Current altitude is 2 kilometers, just past it, and I got flak right off the nose. I did not think it would take long. Alright, 2 aircraft diving down. Alright, throttle up. Up to combat power. There we go. And there's my flight. Make sure they're all with me. I used to fly the 109 almost exclusively, so this should be quite a fun little series. I have a train down there in the town that could prove to be an interesting target to strafe. I'm just waggling my wings, checking my left and right down low. Pick out any targets on the deck. Those 2 aircraft I sighted were diving. Lots of burnt out vehicles down there along that railroad line. Okay, let's bring power back. There we go, tracer fire. Is that a 109? So these are probably Soviet positions. Okay, couple of aircraft down here. All right, let's just kill off some altitude so we can see a little bit better. Keep our eyes peeled and make sure we check our 6 o'clock. Okay, there we go. There's a fur ball developing. Be sure to avoid all that anti-aircraft fire. Alright, bring it around. Up into combat power. We have a Russian that just passed right by us. It's either a yak or a lag. I could not tell at this point. I have a couple of Soviet aircraft up ahead. Check my 6. That armored glass makes it easy to do so. Alright, we're on this guy. I think he's already damaged, possibly? Maybe not. Looks like we're going for a deflection shot. And I don't think I actually got anything there. We'll pull up, though. Bring it around. Alright, and here we go. Diving back down, another deflection shot by the looks of things. Hit him. And the 109, of course, is a boom and zoomer. We definitely want to avoid getting into turn fights with these guys. And I lost the guy we were tracking, but there's more over here. Oh, here's one. It's on the 6 of a 109. Well, we will save our friend. There's 2 of them. Alright, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Low airspeed. Doesn't see us. He's talking about tunnel vision. Smacked him with that 20mm cannon 3 times, and he lost part of his tail. That's 1 down. He is going down. I'm not even going to look. Let's work on the second one, who is very focused on our friend. He's breaking off. Probably a good move. Will it be enough? Come on. There we go, good hit. Another good hit. And there's 3. Alright, let's pull out of this. Regain our altitude. These Russian aircraft are very tough, but that 20mm cannon, excuse me, packs quite a punch. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot. What is this up here? That is a 109. We'll form up with him. Check our engine. Alright, we're at 1.2 ATA. Continue to check our 6. Don't want anything sneaking up on us. Well, I'm not sure if those 2 kills were confirmed, but if they're not dead, they certainly have to be out of the fight. It looks like the skies are pretty clear now. I just want to keep scanning. Want to make sure. Nothing's going to sneak up on us. Let's clear our 6 o'clock. Yep, all good. Current altitude going up to our designated altitude of 2.3 kilometers. I have a flight of aircraft there heading towards Stalingrad. I'm sure they are friendly, to be honest. All right, and we are being shot at by those guys on the ground. Probably pretty upset. All right, let's turn on our heading of 280 and head for the next town. Well, I'm heading back towards Potomac, and there is something going on off to 11 o'clock there. Let's check that out. My flight has not regrouped, and they may be engaging bombers. Okay. That may be these guys right here, and that's probably my flight. Unfortunately, they don't listen to me all that well, and don't stick with me, but we'll head over here and see what's going on. That flight of bombers I saw earlier, they may have been enemies, which was quite surprising. I didn't realize how there's a lot of stuff going on over here. Like, there's an aircraft off to 1 o'clock. Can see that just right over the Volga. And our airfield is, yeah, there it is. Very close. Very distinctive airfield as well. We need to land on the northern strip when that time comes. Okay. Alright, tracer fire. Here we go. Let's bump it up into combat. There we go. Beautiful. Thankfully, a lot of the engine management on the 109 is automatic. And that's a 109 screaming in towards something. Oh, those two 109. Out of all these 109 just tearing into whatever the heck that poor guy is. Okay, 109. It took me way longer to ID than it should have. That's a 109 on a LA5 by the looks of it. LA5 is a pretty good plane. Nice and fast. Not a good turner though, and that's this guy's mistake here. Alright. Yeah, let's avoid getting into this this mess. Where did those bombers run off to? That's what I was wondering about. Okay, let's bring it back out of combat. No need. The rest of our flight should be able to manage that one LA5 and take him out. Well, that's it for our patrol. That's all that was ordered. Let's swing by the Volga, take a look at the city, and then come in for our landing at Potomac. Well, my flight is all grouped up here, as you can see. Looks like all of us are okay and no one was shot down. We are approaching the city. All the large fires down there. And as far as I can tell, the skies are relatively clear. I don't see any tracer fire or anything like that sticking out. We'll just swing over the Volga and then head back home towards Potomac. And see just all the ruins down there. And we are taking a little bit of anti-aircraft fire. Yep. Alright, let's bring it into combat, boys. Let's see the rail yards and everything. It's quite detailed. It is an impressive map. Especially considering this was the first map that came out for Great Battles. It's been a while since I flew on Stalingrad. Okay, well with that, there's Potomac there. We'll swing around and come in for our landing. I just wanted to do a quick fighter sweep over the city. make sure nothing was going on. Okay, we are clear to land. Dropping my gear now, dropping our flaps a little bit to make sure our gear is down and locked. There we go, green lights, we're good. Line up on the northern runway here. It looks like there's a JU-52 actually landing now. He was just circling about, he's actually landing now, so that's pretty sweet. All right, definitely want to slow down a little bit, down to 200 kph. Nice and easy. Looking good so far. Of course, the 109 is infamous, I suppose, for being a little tricky on landing. But I think we'll do just fine here. Alright, slowing down a little too quickly. We have plenty of runway. Thankfully, Potomac is quite large. And be sure we don't accidentally cut some grass here. Alright, now we're good. Alright, pitch up. Nice 3-point attitude. Alright, a little bounce. There we go. Beautiful. Left and right brake. And we are down. With ammo to spare, let's see our ammo counters to the left of the gun sight. Open up our canopy and we can raise our flaps while we're at it and taxi off. And mission complete. That is the first mission of Fortress on the Volga completed. Actually, technically, this is the second mission. The first mission was just flying to this new airfield. This is the first mission with combat. All right, let's swing around, and we'll park here. Hello. All right, fantastic. And there you have it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of the Fortress on the Volga campaign. In the end, we managed to shoot down 3 Yak-1s, which is quite surprising. I know I shot at 3, and I'm pretty sure I killed 2, but we got credit for an extra one there. It must have been that first one we shot at and just clipped. It is possible he crash landed and we ended up getting credit for that, but I'm not going to complain about it. I hope you all enjoyed the video though. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel, especially on the first video of a new series. But that's all I have for now. Thank you all for watching as always. This is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.